If you have ever wondered why dating today feels like a battlefield for men, let me tell you, it is because most women are stuck in the wrong energy. And the scary part is, they know how to hide it until you're already trapped. As many of you men have experienced, in this day and age, many women are stuck in their masculine energy. And women are stuck in their masculine energy because they have been told that they need to be masculine in order to succeed in our current day society. And I'm guilty as charged. I was that woman. I was stuck in my masculine energy day and night. And I also took that into dating. As many women do today, we take it into dating because this is the only dominant energy that we know how to be in, sadly. And this is affecting dating life and also affecting men in dating. We need to remember, men don't want to date men. Men want to date women. In this video, I will tell you how to sniff out the real women in the dating pool and how to avoid dating these controlling, toxic women who are stuck in their masculine energy. But before I dive into this video, make sure to like and subscribe if you want more content on healthy masculine and feminine dynamics, as well as men's mental health. 1 second, romanticize this video a little bit. That was needed. Us women are actually really trained con artists, and we are fantastic at fooling men. Modern women are so trained at making men think that we are feminine. All sorts of attributes that we add to ourselves just to lure a man into the trap of a relationship or connection with us. False lashes, hair extensions, fake nails, which I don't have, and sometimes even plastic surgery to enhance feminine aspects. In reality, many of these women are far from feminine. They aren't soft. They aren't kind, they aren't warm, they aren't receptive. And the sad truth is that many of these women follow toxic paradigms online that they see on TikTok or YouTube that make them appear more feminine for men. But in reality, this is a way to control men, to get the outcome from men that they desire, get a man's attention. You know, this whole situation kind of reminds me of these meat-eating plants that have a lovely sweet scent to attract insects. But once this insect gets on this meat-eating flower, the poor thing falls in its trap and gets devoured by the plant. And I know I shouldn't compare women with meat-eating plants, but to be fair, some of those women online are kind of like that. Now, this begs the question, how can you, as a man, spot a fake feminine woman from a mile away so you create room for real feminine women to step in? I will tell you a couple of things to look out for in women, in dating, in clubs, whenever you are talking to a woman on a dating app. So it doesn't matter if it's in real life, online, or offline. Women who are not in their feminine energies will display the following behaviors. A woman who is truly embodied in her feminine energy will never chase, will never nag, will never control, will not be disrespectful. If you come across a woman, online or offline, who is nagging you, who is trying to control you, who is chasing you, putting in more effort, who is impatient with the pace of the relationship, this is a woman who is not embodied in her feminine energy. And this is a woman who is in her masculine energy. And to give a bit of context so you can understand these women a little bit better, it is because these women are in a wounded feminine energy. And our energies get wounded if we are not aligned with them. So if you as a woman have been trained to be in your masculine energy because of what we expect of women today, her feminine energy is very wounded. You can see that she's controlling or she is anxious. A controlling woman looks like, when will I see you next time? You haven't texted me. She's very aggressive. An anxious woman will look like, but I haven't heard from you in 3 days. And they just go trauma dump on you on why this is not okay and why they're anxious and why you should cater to their needs. Another important point to look out for is that a truly feminine woman can state her mind. She has boundaries. She can state her mind, but does so from a respectful and kind manner. If you come across a woman who is aggressive, who is argumentative and disrespectful, this shows you that this is a woman in her masculine energy and she's trying to control the situation. And point number 3 is that never confuse outward displays of femininity as true femininity, because it is not. It is a facade. It is the con artistry that many women are performing in this day and age. She might wear a cute dress, her hair done, cute makeup, or she might talk a certain way. But this is all to make you as a man believe that she is feminine. Again, this is the trap that they set to lure you into. And sadly, online, there is a lot of influencers telling women to behave like that to get the attention from a man. But if this is not coming from an inherent energy within you, which feminine energy is, you can never hold this up. So what you will see is that slowly but surely, the masculine energy, the controlling energy, the aggression comes through. And also be aware that a truly feminine woman oftentimes doesn't wear that much makeup. She doesn't have to wear like skimpy short dresses to get attention or to look feminine, because her femininity comes from the inside. It is an energy. It's not an outward display. It's the same with masculine energy. It's an energy that comes from the inside and you project that outward. It is how you make people feel. It is not how you look. As an example, men who wear expensive watches or have expensive cars are not masculine. They think this makes them look masculine, but they're not connected to their truly masculine energy. And I will make a video about that as well so you can understand what it truly means to be masculine. So then how do you spot a feminine woman? She's warm. She wears her energy. She lights up the room. When you meet her, she looks put together. She's wearing something nice, but it is flattering. It is never sexualized. It is never trying to get attention. And feminine women are light. They smile a lot. They are open. They have an open energy towards you. She will greet you warmly and she will listen to you and she will not fight with you about the choice of restaurant that you make. She will trust your masculine effort and your masculine energy and your masculine leadership. In reality, it won't be an easy task to find a feminine woman because our society has conditioned women so much to be in their masculine energy. And it's really hard for many women to switch to their feminine energy, to trust the power in their feminine energy. But you do not have to guess if she is feminine, because there's a couple of simple tests that you can do to reveal if she is. And don't forget that you, as a man, can inspire a woman to be more in her healthy feminine energy. You're inviting her to be in her feminine energy via being in your own grounded masculine energy. Now, the tests that you can try when you're, for example, on a date or talking to a woman somewhere in real life, but even online, you can try these things, is try to perform chivalrous acts and see how she responds to them. For example, via a dating app, you ask her out and you plan the date so she doesn't have to worry about the date. Or you tell her, hey, we're going for dinner. I would love it if you wear something nice. You are inviting her into her feminine energy. And watch closely how she responds to this type of invite. Is she defensive? Is she aggressive? Or does she accept it warmly? And if you're meeting a woman on a date, there is a couple of easy ways to test if she's in a feminine energy. And that is again by being in your calm, grounded, masculine frame. Be chivalrous to her. Hold open the door. Take her coat and hang it up. Offer to pay for dinner. See how she responds. Does she not allow you to take her coat or hang it up? Or is she offended when you hold open the door? Is she argumentative that, why do you hold open the door for me? I got 2 arms myself. These are clear signs that this woman is not in her healthy feminine energy and that she is trying to control the situation. Now, it is possible that she's going to get emotionally triggered and maybe even get aggressive or angry towards you for your chivalrous acts. This is the moment where you have to hold your frame as a masculine man. Don't get emotionally triggered. And this is why I talk so much about meditation. This is why you gotta do meditation. If you're on a date and a woman triggers you, you have to practice the space between trigger, her anger, and your response. And this is what meditation does. It creates this space. So if you meditate, you'll be able to hold the frame in a situation where a woman is triggering. You'll be able to hold your calm and your masculine frame, which is so important in this situation for yourself, but also for the outcome of this date. Let me explain. If you, as a man, manage to stay in your masculine frame while she has her emotional outburst or anger tantrum because you held open the door, you will be able to navigate the situation. You will be able to test if she is capable of receiving your masculine energy and able to lean more into her feminine energy. If she's upset or angry, you tell her, hey, this was not meant as an attack. I was doing this from a generous, kind place. I wanted to offer you something, a nice night, a nice dinner, and I wanted to make you feel safe, cared for, and special. You can even end it with, will you accept my generosity, or will you accept my kind gesture? And then see how she responds. If she calms down and says, yes, thank you, that's really kind of you. I'm sorry that I exploded like that. It was a bit triggering for me for this and that reason. Thank you so much for planning this night. Then you have a woman who's able to move in her feminine energy, but is just not that trained in it yet. And you as a masculine man can help her move into her feminine energy more. Now, on the other hand, if she responds in an aggressive and derogatory way, saying that it's patriarchy, that is masculine control, this is a woman who is stuck in her masculine energy, and you better end that date and go home. Don't waste your time on women like that. If a woman is rude and disrespectful, you disconnect from her, because this woman is bad news. She does not understand how to let a man lead. This is a woman who doesn't understand how to be in her feminine energy and doesn't understand how to be in polarity with a masculine man. For polarity to work, the woman has to be in the feminine energy and the man has to be in the masculine energy. So if you hold your masculine frame with women, she has no other choice but to go in her feminine energy or to fight you from her masculine energy. And this is your message. If the latter happens, you have to cut this woman off. End the date in a respectful manner and move on. Save yourself the heartache and the pain, because this woman is not able to change or receive your masculine energy, and she will never be able to, because you kindly invited her into her feminine energy and she rejected it. As I mentioned before in the video, you will recognize a feminine woman by how she receives your masculine energy. She will let you lead the date. She will let you plan. She will let you invite her. So also don't wait around too long to ask a woman on a date to see how she responds. Will she let you plan the date? Will she let you be in your masculine leadership? Is she accepting your date and your plans without nagging, without trying to control? Is she giving you the space and the freedom to plan instead of saying, hey, I haven't heard from you in a week. Why haven't you planned anything yet? Or after you chose a restaurant, saying, oh, I don't like this restaurant for this and that reason. I want to go there. And don't get me wrong, you can always ask a woman if she has a preference to go somewhere, but then it's still on the man to plan the date from his masculine energy. Now, the most important thing to remember is that the feminine energy trusts the masculine to lead. It is an offer of trust. And one thing to remember is that a date with a feminine woman will never end into a one-night stand. The date will have led to an intellectual, fulfilling conversation where you both feel heard and seen that will lead to a second date. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful. The advice that I gave for you men from the perspective of a woman, I hope that it helps with finding a feminine woman and kind of weed out all the toxic masculine women that are out there in this day and age, sadly. And I'm doing my best via these videos to also wake those women up. If you liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel because it really helps me to reach a broader audience, to heal the divide between the masculine and feminine energy and meet each other again in healthy, respectful connection. Now, if you like the work that I'm doing, there's a couple of ways to support my work. You can find them in the description box down below or in the pinned comment. But the easiest way to support me is by signing up to the mailing list of the book that I'm writing called The Shadow Side of Feminism, wherein I explore if feminism has unintentionally created a shadow side over men in modern dating and our modern society. If you're interested in signing up for this mailing list, it is completely free and you can find the link in the pinned comment below. If you enjoyed this video, I would suggest that you check out this video right here next because it's perfectly aligned on this topic. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.